Hi, Gary DeWaal here, and this is Bridging the Week for May 26th to 30th, and today is June 2nd, 2014. Good morning. A shortened work week in the United States and for some in Europe seems to have inspired a slowdown in regulatory developments worldwide impacting the financial services industry. As a result, we just have a few topics to cover this week on Bridging the Week. In a speech last week before an attorney group in Washington, D.C., Acting Chairman Mark Muchin highlighted recent accomplishments of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission in implementing Dodd-Frank, particularly relating to rolling out the agency's trading mandate, addressing quote-unquote market structure issues related to risk controls and risk controls by future commission merchants, and adjusting rules to accommodate end users. In addition, Mr. Muchin again disclosed that he's instructed staff of the Commission to develop a, quote, process for recognizing foreign clearinghouses under authority provided by Congress in Dodd-Frank, end of quote. This process presumably would permit such entities to act as derivatives clearing organizations exempt from U.S. registration requirements and to process transactions for at least certain U.S. persons. In his presentation, the acting chairman also acknowledged that, despite the CFTC's relief early this year to certain qualified trading venues in Europe to host trading by U.S. persons without registering as a swap execution facility, no qualified trading venue has yet taken advantage of the relief. Mr. Muchin claimed that this development is a function of business considerations and not of regulatory developments. You think? Finally, Mr. Muchin also indicated that the Commission will soon provide guidance on how FCMs can comply with pre-execution risk control requirements in connection with block trades. Last week, the Bank for International Settlements and the International Organization of Security Commissioners said that the 27 participating jurisdictions have made significant progress in completing or adopting legislation, regulations, and/or policies that will enable them to implement the principles for financial market infrastructure that they adopted in April 2012. These principles relate to structure and organization, credit and liquidity risk management, settlement, default management, general business and operational risk management, and access, among other topics. Among the major jurisdictions cited, 4 issues were Canada, China, and the United States. The U.S. was cited as a laggard mostly because of delays in finalizing certain regulations by the Federal Reserve Bank and the Securities and Exchange Commission. Ouch! Aren't we the ones criticizing regulators, particularly foreign regulators, for tardiness? The CFTC on May 30th authorized ICE Clear Europe Limited and its future commission merchant clearing members to commingle in a single segregated futures customer account both domestic futures and options traded on ICE Futures US with certain foreign futures and options traded on ICE Futures Europe and ICE Index, along with related customer funds. The combined futures and options may be subject to portfolio margin. Ironically, this new order was granted on the same day the CFTC approved the withdrawal of New York Portfolio Clearing as a designated contract market. NYPC, a joint venture between ICE and Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, had intended to provide portfolio margin across multiple asset classes, including securities and futures. In connection with its enforcement action against various defendants related to alleged 2007 and 2008 price manipulation of crude oil, the CFTC was unable to stop a subpoena by defendants for certain information from a non-party attorney, but was able to prevent disclosure of the identity of a third-party informant, as well as to secure the return of certain metadata it had accidentally provided to the defendants. The defendants in this matter are Parnon Energy, Arcadia Petroleum, Arcadia Energy Suisse, Nicholas Wildgoose, and James Dyer. Way too early for Christmas, but no one is complaining. The National Futures Association announced that it proposes to lower the fee it charges FCMs on futures and related options contracts for public customers from 2 cents to a penny a side. This reduction is subject to CFTC approval. If approved, the lower fees will go into effect October 1st. And finally, the CFTC's Technology Advisory Committee will meet on June 3rd in Washington, D.C. Topics to be discussed include the alleged advantages of low-latency trading firms on derivatives markets, surveillance programs in the 21st century, and buy-side participation on swap execution facilities. I will be there and will be sure to report next week on any interesting developments. Well, that's it for this week. As always, there are more articles and more information on each article in the article version of Bridging the Week on this website. Check it out. Until next week, have a great week, and ciao!